actually not a customer's house, but it's a guy that I've met at the store, and he's seen Mike and Robert working in the ditch a couple weeks ago, and he said he had a maple tree and some other trees taken down. There's a big pile of logs here, and he said, how much would you charge to do this? He wants to keep the wood. It can't be over 18 inches. Got Mike's brother Scott here in a 661. Buck of that maple round. We're gonna just split a massive pile. So I thought I'd come over here and live stream, check out this new phone. I don't know if you're commenting yet or not. I was hoping I could see your comments in the horizontal position. Mike's trying to start the splitter up. There he goes. Think you can pick them up now, Scott? He's a bull ox. Oh, there's Mike's splitter if you've never seen it. Mike's got his 462 warming up. I see some thumbs up coming. I'm putting my gloves on. Let you guys watch these boys work. Look at that pile of noodles. There's some big ass logs in here. I mean, look at those. There's some hickory in there too. I go get my glove on. It's holding this tripod. It's cold. You know what Robert's waiting for. If you're wondering what I quoted him to do this, I told the guy $300 and he keeps all the wood. Scott's got the big dog out. The guy, I know it's too short, but of course, you know, tree service butchered the wood like normal, but the guy said, as long as it's not over 18, we're good. So these pieces are just cutting in half. Robert's working tomorrow. We got to do a delivery. We're going live on YouTube tomorrow. You can see the hickory there on top. Scott knows how to cut, just like Mike. I figured it'd take them about 4 hours to do this. Cut and split. Like I said, $300, and I'm letting Mike a video out of it, entertaining you guys. So smash the thumbs up for that. Mike keeps 100% of the money on this job. $300. And it's starting to snow. I guess Robert don't know how to split, so Mike's going to be doing the split. Robert's just going to be moving them over to the splitter, looks like. Maybe Mike's going to train Robert. Does Robert know how to split, Mike? So Mike's got to train Robert how to split. That's Mike's splitter. I'm gonna run to my truck real quick. I'll be right back. I don't know if this is how I do it. I would have put the splitter up by the pile of wood and split the pile where the splitter is right now. But Mike's running this show. I'm just a cameraman. So he's getting these to manageable size. At least the silver maple's not too heavy. Like I said, I don't know if Robert can pick them up, but I know Mike and Scott can. And they're round enough he can roll them down there. I'm anxious to see him. He's gonna noodle this one. These straight ones aren't bad. There's a few knotty ones in there. Scott's running out of room. He's getting buried in here. Pick it up, brother. Show us how it's done. Come on, Robert. Come on. Show him how it's done, Mike. Come on, Robert. Look at that. Here's a bull ox. Bull ox. Watch the saw. But Robert, he only weighs about 150 pounds. I'm sure that round was well over 100. Now Robert can pick them up. Mike needs a table on there. Now, that means Robert's going to have to pick everyone up off the ground. Kind of got a rain mixed with snow right now. Just a typical Saturday at JPF, folks. It's $300 too much for this. Customer keeps all the wood. I know there's a lot of you out there. Why do I do it for $100? I do it for $100. I like to be a slave. I like to work for free. You charge too much. That guy's gonna have some piles of noodles, that's for sure. But they're good for starting the fire. It makes good kindling. So do you notice any difference of the new phone? I wonder if I'm doing anything wrong. You know, when I go horizontal, I can't see your comments live on Facebook. I can see them on YouTube though. But if I go vertical, I can see your comments. Gotta tip that one on. They're heavy. I'd roll it down there while it's, oh, that is where their notch was. You see they did that? Yeah, I'd rather have them too short than too long. Yeah, see, that looks like 20 inches to me. The guy said nothing over 18. I said, okay. So now he's got to cut that in half and just make, you know, two 10-inch pieces. There you go. More splitting we got to do, but you know, charging them $300. Mike's got Robert to roll it for him, if he can. Come on, Robert! Now we know they're short enough. No doubt in those, Mike. That's what you get when the tree service butchers them. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is it? Oh. Oh, that's your saw. Oh. Yeah. You know, the tree service would just leave everything over 4 foot. We could get them all 16. You like Mike's splitter? I like how big his the wedge is on it. Lumberjack splitter. Scott's taking his union break. Glad all the snow melted. I bet Mike wishes he had a table. Guess he could always build one and add it later. If you wonder why I'm not helping, I bid the job for $300 and I'm letting Mike keep all the money. So he's doing all the work. I'm doing my job as cameraman. Robert's going to help Scott move them over. I guess Mike had a table on there, but cheap Chinese junk broke off. You know, the one that's on my Husky that my neighbor Gary built, custom built for me for like $200. Built it like a Sherman tank. That one looks like about 18. Hopefully it's not too long. He's in there watching Scott, not helping Mike. Pick him up now. Look at the size of that round right there. I mean, that's like about 3.5 foot diameter. Pretty big. I don't know if Scott will be able to lift that up. Probably gonna cut this one right here. And when it's so thin like that, it doesn't want to stay on its side. I estimated about 2 cords of wood here. And I ain't talking Joe cords. You watching Craig Wilson? I wish, like I said, I could see your comments. I'd give you guys shout outs. Like JS, you watching? You watching Kerry Beckman? Corey Glassman? But I mean, look at the pile. They got their work cut out for them today. That's for sure. Mike's splitter isn't as fast as the Ultra, but it does pretty good. Wearing a microphone yet. I ordered some adapters because where the microphone plugs in at, where it gets you charge the battery, it's a different style of fitting. So I had to order those, and it should be in on Tuesday. So hopefully I can go back to using a microphone again and not having to yell into the phone. Getting low on gas yet, Scott? Yeah, that saw goes through the gas fast. Who's going to win the football game today? The Rams. Yeah. TKP liked it. Yeah. Yeah, he was talking about the Indiana Hoosiers last night. That was good. That's who we wanted to win. Yeah. Yeah, Mike bet $5 on Indiana with his father-in-law. I don't know. I think the Rams are going to win today, but Carolina already beat them once. And then the Fudge Packers played the Bears tonight. Yeah, this damn wet snow. But they don't get paid till the job's done, so they're staying here. You know, we started just after 11 a.m. Eastern. And Scott's got a bunch cut right now. See Robert going to get them for him. Haven't sold any firewood this week. Oh well. Tomorrow I'm doing a delivery of Joe Cord, $280. And then Mike and I got to deliver hickory to the restaurant. And then there's another guy that wants a face cord of wood. You watching, AI guy? How about you, Doug Ward? Tom Sawyer? We're going to come see you guys next week. Scott's getting something out of Mike's truck, and Mike doesn't know what he's looking for. I thought he might need gas. Maybe he needs a scratch, you know, the tool for his, need a scratch? Comes Robert with another log. Mike's got to teach him how to run that. Not that hard, ain't it? Not that hard. Yep, that's what I thought. Looks like he's got to put gas and bar oil in. That 661 really sucks the gas down where he's got it at. Must be on the, oh, it must be on his tailgate. Put some gas and bar oil in it. I told the guy $300 to get this all cleaned up, and he keeps the wood. If we kept the wood, I'd probably say $200 and we keep the wood. You know, it's more work than worth. Green wood, silver maple. So I gave him a $100 discount for it, or added $100 for him to keep all the wood. You watching Tyler Critelli? If it was me, I'd have the splitter right next to the log. But I guess Robert's okay with walking over there and picking up everyone. Because to me, it's easier moving one splitter than 50 rounds. And they got a lot more left to cut up. Starting to get a decent sized pile. Make sure you smash the like. Got 30 people watching. Yeah. Mike was just saying the wood's pretty wet. Take a while to dry, but careful! You just about lost a finger there. Like Scott's cut some of the smaller stuff. I want to see him cut this hog. This is a classic tree service butcher job. If the tree service brought me this for free, I'd say no. I'd say you'd have to pay me to dump this at my house. Probably charge them $50 for them to dump it at my house. There is a little bit of hickory in here. That's great. 35 watching. People starting to take their lunch break. No lunch breaks here, folks. I think they're just going to work straight on through. Hopefully it's not too long. Too long? Yeah, they can't have over 18. Good eye, Mike. Good eye. What do you think of that? Cut right on the splitter. That's how it's done, folks. Mike, don't plug arms. But when the tree service cuts it 19, 20 inches, what are you supposed to do? That's one way to rip it off there. Well, this is live, folks. This is live. Saturday, almost noon, Eastern Standard. They got the football games today. Michigan basketball plays, Detroit Pistons, Detroit Red Wings. I got a busy day, folks. After this. Starting to work up a sweat, Mike? He says he's been sweating. Come on, Robert, you can do it. Mike better measure that one too. Better measure that one, Mike. Here we go again, folks. don't know, I'll probably do this for about another 15 minutes. And then I think I'm gonna book on out of here. Kelly's supposed to bring me a load of dry wood today. We'll see what he brings. You never know with him. Is it gonna be cut right? Then he sent Robert over to help Mike move some wood. Or help Scott. Now those are the size we like, folks, right there. That's the size we like. I think that was hickory he was just cutting. Still using the 661 for these little ones. That one was pretty rotted. So I'm right. All right. Scott's got to show him how he wants them to set them so he can cut them. Mike's got a lot of splitting left to do. Some of them still have to be cut. There's the Big Daddies right there. Yeah, this is the first time Mike's brother Scott's been in the video. How's he doing? Nice one. Yeah, Mike already sees it. Probably gonna have to cut that one, which he knows. But he's got other ones here he can do for now. There's a pile. If I did this in vertical view, you know, you wouldn't be getting all the action, you know. That's why I like doing them in horizontal. You know, I told, if you're just joining us, I told the customer $300 to cut and split all this pile into firewood under 18 inches long. The little limbwood could go right into the pile. But I told him $300. Mike is keeping all the money. But like normally, when somebody contacts me and wants a job done, you know, I would normally keep 50 bucks off of this, you know, like a finder's fee or whatever, and Mike would get $250. But feeling generous today, and I said I'll just come over, let me make a video, and Mike keeps the whole $300 for this. And like I say, the customer's keeping all the wood, so don't be crying, oh, it's too short, oh, it's junk wood. We're not keeping it. I think they're doing a good job. Move some over. He doesn't have to keep walking up the hill and grabbing them. Now, somebody's smashing that like right now. Is that you, Court Classman? Now that's too big. That one needs to be split. I mean, you'd agree, Mike. That needs to be split, right, Mike? Mike, what's he doing? Yeah. With 3 people, I figured this was going to take at least 3 hours to process these 2 cords. Keep them likes coming, folks. These guys aren't just playing games for the fun of it. They like your likes. That one hickory, Mike? Now this is some hickory right here. You can see how stringy it is. Now those are 16, that's perfect stuff right there. That's some good wood right there. Robert with another piece of hickory. You can tell the hickory is a lot harder to split. Looks like the rain stopped for a minute, or snow. It's like rain mixed with snow. Looks like it's let up. Yeah. I'm sure they're not complaining about. Yeah. Oh, he does have, oh, he's got a little axe. Sometimes you got to do that with a hickory, folks. Yeah, Robert's still learning, folks. So now I got him, you know, digging some of the limbwood logs that need to be bucked or it's getting buried by the firewood. So I had him dig them out, throw them over to Scott so he can cut them. That's what he's doing right now. And then Robert will throw the pieces over to Mike so Mike can split them. Starting to put a dent in the pile, folks. Probably got over half of it cut up now, but you can see there's still a decent amount to cut. Easily 2 cords here, folks, once they're done. Yeah. Guess Scott ran out of, that's a second tank of gas on the 661. If you wonder where my truck is, I'm right there, folks. But Tom, this is Tom's property. He's right under the power lines. But he's got some nice property here. you just joined us and wonder why the wood's so short, first up, the tree service butchered the wood like normal, and they don't want anything over 18 inches. So when you got a 22 inch round or 20 inch round, they're just cutting it in half. Yeah, it's like that. There you go, Robert, that side. Don't do it that way, buddy. Can't do it the other way. He don't want it. Mike's a hard worker, ain't he? Give a thumbs up for Mike. Yeah, Scott, it looks like a lot of that's buried in leaves and debris, so Scott's got to dig them up, get them out so he can cut. Thanks for the thumbs up, we appreciate it. Mike's not a game player. I don't care what Judy Krell says. Mike don't play games. I just said something about it not snowing and raining. Yeah, here comes the rain and snow again. At least it's not sticking. Like we're about 45 minutes in. We started about 11:15, folks. Eastern time. Almost noon here. That one was kind of cut at an angle. Yes, Scott likes using that 661 saw and everything. Look at all this these noodles. Look at all that, just from cutting them, leaving one hell of a mess. The customer said, "Oh, yeah, split it with them all." Yeah, easier cutting them the length with a saw. Almost got it all the way through. Doesn't want to hit the dirt. Now just nip it. There you go. Just like that. I think that almost looks like hard maple. I think there was like 3 different trees in here. That one looks like hard maple to me. It's like you got sugar maple, silver maple, and hickory. So that's hickory right there. That's silver maple. And that is sugar maple or hard maple. Dude's pile's building. I think that bar is 25 inches. 20, yeah. Oh! Robert just picked up a big one. I want to see Scott cut that gigantic double barrel. I think he's waiting to do that last. Scott's cut some wood before. He knows what he's doing. A lot of times, you know, The wood Mike brings me, Scott's helped him cut it. This is what it's nice having Robert over here, so he can set those up there for Scott. You'd think his hands would be getting cold. I know all the haters say I'm charging them too much, $300 for this, but oh, I'd do it for 100. I'd do it for 100. Well, you do it for 100 then. You know, we got 3 guys over here working, and it's going to take 3-4 hours total. And, you know, using their own saws and splitter. I mean, I think $300 is a reasonable price. The customer's keeping all the wood. Not sure what Scott's going to do once he gets this all cut. There's going to be a lot of splitting. Looks like that. Oh, that was some hickory. Oh, it's got a bunch of limbs on it still. But he's got it so he can, yeah, look at that. Tree service. Yep. But you can get it like, you know, you can get it like that. He's going to roll this one out. But then you got a lot of debris. I think it's mostly leaves in here. I don't see too much dirt on them, Scott. They probably moved them over here with a grapple, so they didn't drag them. You know, it looks fairly clean. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, yeah. Do it on the other side. This tree, it came from over here. I don't know if you can see the stump. I'll show you that real quick. But yeah, you can see the power lines as the snow comes down. I'll show you the stump.